Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Sister Fatima Hodge.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Brother David Hodge. We're active NGO warriors, representing Master Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant, the breaker of the seven seals. This is wartime.
All right, brothers and sisters. Today we're going to get started with the Holocaust. As you all know it as slavery. The Holocaust is our true experience, what the black men of America endured for 464 years now. They tell you we went through slavery. Slavery is not the definition of what our people and our ancestors experienced.
Exactly.
And they know this. You all can know this as well and go just research what slavery means, which is exactly what you do today at these jobs that you're working at. You're a slave.
Exactly.
You're working
for less
than what you're worth. Exactly.
Maximum profit, minimum overhead.
Right. So that we know that's what a slave is. So that's not what the black men of America experienced was. That's not the only thing we experienced.
Right.
We experienced torture, being murdered, rape, genocide, oppression, tormented, whipped. Brothers and sisters, they hung us. They treated us like animals. And they tell you we went through slavery. So that should be a wake-up call right there, because that is definitely not what we went through. We went through horror, the Holocaust, brothers and sisters.
Right. We went through you couldn't even imagine what we went through, because we're not a wicked people. In order to understand what we went through, you would have to have the mind of a beast.
Right.
We went through total dehumanization. We got sodomized, castrated, disemboweled, dismantled. We was cut open and operated on without anesthesia. We was starved to death. And if we didn't eat, they'd knock our teeth out and stick funnels down our mouth and stick gunk down our throats. They cut us open, peeled us alive, gutted us. They cooked us alive, boiled us, fried us, roasted us, grilled us, burnt us alive, made us unrecognizable, that our own families couldn't even recognize us.
Exactly.
It's much deeper than you know.
Had us eating shit.
Exactly.
Pig.
Out of pig troughs.
Shitlings.
Exactly.
With the boo-boo still inside of them. You couldn't clean them. That's how you cook them. That's how they cooked them and gave it to them.
And that's if they did cook it today. They decided to cook it today.
Exactly. So we was eating shit. We was, and also all we was getting was shit. We were being treated like shit.
Right.
It was a lot going on during that time that you couldn't even fathom the thought of. A lot of the things that they did to us. I can't. It's just, that's where you when you watch these horror movies, that's where they got all those gruesome, because it coming out of their minds.
It come out of their minds, right?
We couldn't even, some movies I can't even think of the things that they're doing.
You think it's so gruesome and so cool, but that's what they was doing to our people. That's what they was doing to us during the Holocaust, inflicting 24/7 relentless
to
horror.
Our children, brothers and sisters, our children. They like to hide that.
They
from
hid
us.
that right.
Hide that from us.
That's a smart
from
thing
the
they
media,
did.
and sharing that our children was basically showing our children experiencing the Holocaust as well. They hide that from the media. As you see, you don't ever see a lot of photos of children going through the Holocaust at all. They only show adults in the field. They show a few pictures of children looking a little sad or whatever, but they don't never show you the true experience that the children had to go through, because they had to be brought up as a child to be who they were.
Right.
So they had to be tortured as a child to be acceptable to master, basically to be the slave.
Right, you won't have no problems out of them.
Exactly.
You'll be the
They
good
had to
boy.
inflict horror on us in order for us to obey them.
Right.
So that's what they did. We was brought up from the womb.
Right.
So they, as a child, we're soaking up everything as a child. When you're a child, that's when you learn most of the things that you learn as a child.
Exactly.
And you grow up to be what you learn from being a child. So
Right.
They had to warp us as children before. They definitely wasn't doing that when we got adults, because then we wouldn't be listening to them.
Right.
So that's another thing that they keep away from our people. That the children went through the most. Our children.
Right.
And that's they keep that away from the media, because they know that will make anyone sad, brothers and sisters, that these people did that to our babies. And they just show the adults out there how those adults were also children.
Right.
At one point in time, and they were not. It wasn't just slaves being brought here as adults. They were being born into born into this.
Right.
So they were being treated out the womb like dogs, brothers and sisters. They got the worst because they had to be trained like a dog has to be trained to be a certain way that you want them to be inside your house, because that's not his environment. So you got to train the dog. So that's what they did to us. They trained us to be like them, savages, and to obey them. So a lot of our people don't even know that they are obeying masters still, honestly. Right. And that's why we're here to make you all understand and see, visualize what our people went through, our experience, so we can get our people out of this hellhole. So did you want to add anything else to the Holocaust?
Man. It was horror. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it was much more than we can explain. It's so much more. We can go further into detail and depth of what they did to us, but it still won't do any justice, because as I explained, you have to be a sick, twisted person to even understand or get the vivid picture of what we're trying to paint. But we're going to keep reminding you that these people are not your friends, and that they are indeed your enemy. And they brought us here, and that's what we're trying to get our people to understand, mm-hmm. that we were brought here and we do not belong here, and it's a reason. It's a reason why we're here, to set you free with the truth that we're trying to give you, because like I explained, we're not from here, so we were brought somewhere, stripped of all knowledge, tormented, terrorized, mm-hmm. since the time we've been brought here till today, till mm-hmm. now, right? And there's something great waiting for us.
Exactly. Our people don't know we have a second option.
Yeah.
Our people didn't know that we had a covenant. Our people didn't know we had a contract. We were just going through the contract, and now the contract is over. Just as if you have a contract with your car or whatever the case, maybe after you're done paying it, that contract is over.
Right. And the car is yours.
So now that car is yours, right? So we had a contract that we would go through these things. However, these people want to hide it from us to take our contract from us.
Right. They want you to receive your reward.
So that's why we're making our people aware that it is time to receive your reward, and they're trying to just push you away from that, pushing their vision.
So today we're going to be speaking about demons and how the devils used them at the beginning of the Holocaust against us till this current time now.
All right, brothers and sisters, today we're going to be exposing demons. All right, so a lot of our people get confused with skin tone and what your nature is.
Right.
That's what they did to us. They switched it to basically skin tone and not what you actually were.
Exactly.
So they took you off of the mathematical standard of the basically how a child is developed. And they have you thinking that just because this child is this color, that's what this child is. Or you not thinking anything of this at all, honestly.
Right.
Exactly.
You was taught that one drip of black blood made you black.
Exactly.
No, despite that your father is full-blown Caucasian, as long as your mother was black or someone in your family is black, then you're black.
Right.
That's what they're telling you.
Exactly.
But we know
that by nature, the father carries the seed. So if the father is the one who carries the seed of the child, he puts that seed inside of the woman, and that's how the woman gets the baby inside of her from the father. So knowing that, that means that baby is coming from him.
Right.
So it's going to be what he is.
Exactly.
So a lot of our women don't like to admit to this fact that we are the fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
However, we do have parts of the child because that is our child.
Right.
We carry that child. That is our child. Of course, the child have chromosomes of you as well. However, the bloodline of that child is of the fathers, and you can't change that. That part. So a lot of our people get sensitive about that subject when it comes to that, because that's my blood or whatever the case may be. But we know that child, just because your mom's black, you black. No,
Right.
if your dad is that, that's what you are. It's
Exactly.
because your mom is that. That does not mean that's what you are.
Right.
So we know that these people raped our black woman during the Holocaust. They raped us from the womb, honestly, as babies on up. They the one broke us in. Before we could do anything with anyone else, they are the ones who touched us. They raped us as children on up, brothers and sisters. We had massive babies. They barely ever let us, or they honestly didn't let us be with another brother or whatever the case may be, because it was basically constant torture. We couldn't be married, none of those things, brothers and sisters. So these people raped us. They took us, they whitewash it and say, oh, they took us from our man or whatever the case may be, and said they're going to rape our wife or whatever, his wife or whatever. They didn't even let us get married, brothers and sisters. So that's a whitewashed lie as well that they put in the movies, because they didn't even let us get married with unless we had their permission. So that's another thing that they say that took place. However, it didn't. However, like we shared, they raped our women, and we had their babies. And a lot of our people know that we had their babies. This is a fact that they can't hide this fact, honestly, because this is just a known fact that these people raped us and we had their babies and we were feeding their babies, all of that, brothers and sisters. So we had these people babies. So we know that these people are devils. Excuse me, I'm a little rocky. So these people are devils. We know that these people are devils by nature. So what they did was mix in their seed with the black woman. So knowing that they are devils, so have man, and we are the men, so have man, have devil, which will be a demon. That's why we call them demons. That's why they're entitled demons.
Right.
Because they are half man, half devil.
Half devil, right.
And they use these demons to terrorize us,
Exactly.
brothers and sisters. They knew what they were doing. They raped us for a reason. They raped our woman for a reason.
They couldn't communicate with us, so guess who could?
Exactly. Would you like to explain?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Right. So they couldn't communicate with us because they're extreme. They're completely 100% technical, and we're not the same as them. Like we explained before, we spatial, but that's another topic. But they produced their demons. They had our black women produce their children, which is their black-faced Caucasian children, and they had the ability to communicate with both parties because, like she explained, you get chromosomes from both parents.
Right. So
they gave them characteristics of us. That's
exactly.
why they walk like us, talk like us, act like us, but they not us.
Exactly.
But they had the mindset of their fathers, but they
Exactly.
could be hip and cool and act like they was a part of our group, and you know what I'm saying. But you still could tell the difference between them and their behavior. You could tell that they was stalking us and watching us. And Massa would find out about things that we didn't tell Massa. So who the hell else was telling
Negroes.
Massa? Right.
That's another thing that our people do know about, which are house Negroes. That's one of their things they do tell you about when they talk about slavery. So, and they tell you that they were light-skinned. However, we know that skin tone honestly doesn't matter.
Not now, right?
Just because you're light-skinned does not mean you're Massa's child.
Right.
It's the nature of you, how you act, because we been raped so much now.
Right.
A lot of our people are
It's a lot.
skin
Right.
of light skin. So it's not because they're light skinned, and you can also have a child. They
That's
had
dark
They had
skin. Right.
children with us, and they came out darker than
Right.
even though you all know that you can still have a child that's dark, and two parents are light skinned.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
The complexion don't mean anything.
Exactly.
It's the mindset of a man.
mindset. Exactly.
Right.
So they had their house Negroes. So the house Negroes were Master's children. They were in a house for a reason.
Right.
Because they were Master's seed. They
Exactly.
knew who they raped. They knew who they had babies with. They allowed some of these babies to come into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And they would still be working as a slave. However, they were in a house. They got better things than us. They got better treatment, basically.
Right.
And that's who we looked up to. The house
Exactly.
Negroes, which
Right.
are Master's children, which are the demons, which today, in today's society,
Right.
they call them, which are the celebrities.
Superstars, celebrities, the entertainers, these people
entertainers.
that's in the industry field.
They're in Master's house, and
Right.
we are here in the field.
Right.
Still slavery, brothers and sisters.
Still-
Excuse me, still the Holocaust.
Right.
Nothing has changed. Just the time. I mean, just the
Right. Just things are more advanced.
exactly.
So,
Things are more advanced now. So exactly. So exactly. So they may so get back to the topic. So which are they demons, of course. So we get back to the demons. So that's why they made the demons. So they use us. So we look up to them. We
Right.
looked up to them, of
Yeah.
course. So today we know that our people are distracted fully by these demons.
right.
They use these demons to distract us and
to bait us to convince us to stay here in America, to make us believe that America is great and that it's full of opportunity and there are black people doing good in America. But that's Master's children. So
Exactly.
you can't identify a wolf in sheep clothing because he's not one of you. But you think he is because you don't know what a demon is. But the moment you identify who a demon is, then you'll be able to see that your type of people could never be up there because you don't have the energy for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's against your vision because they got the same vision as Massa. So
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
the problem.
Exactly.
They helping Massa push his vision and they pushing his vision on us. And they manipulating and conniving and twisting us up. And you know what I'm saying? They're trying to act like they're in our favor, but they're only in the favor of Massa.
Exactly. Making us think that we can do things
Right.
that we don't have the energy for.
Exactly.
And we don't have the knowledge of that. So
Oh,
we
right.
go and do these things
Mm-hmm.
and we end up destroying ourselves
Right.
in the
Because
process.
it's totally against us.
totally against us. So these people are helping destroy us in the black community, and they are our hidden enemy because they look like us. Like we share complexion doesn't matter. And a lot of people get that. They don't like to hear that part. They're so stuck on a light skin, dark skin, or whatever. But the complexion doesn't matter.
Right.
Your nature matters.
Right.
And we have a hidden enemy, brothers and sisters.
Right.
And they're all over. We don't know who. Only way you know is by the mindset of that person.
Exactly.
So they're manipulating us. They're using us. They're making us look bad on
Right.
television. They're making us look bad in the streets, brothers and sisters.
Right.
Not only on top of that, we're doing this to ourselves. They got something against. They're using electricity against us. So it's a whole nother conversation. However, they're using that against us. So we're making ourselves look like criminals, but we're not criminals. We're just trying to survive.
Right.
We're trying to survive in this society this shithole that they give to us, brothers and sisters.
Right.
And we're building their hell. We're building their heaven.
And then they turning it back into hell for us.
Exactly. We get to recycle shit 24/7.
Exactly.
So that's another thing. Our people are. What was I saying about? What was I saying?
Oh, I mean, hey, you was talking about building a paradise for these devils while they give us the shit crumbs and the shitlins or whatever, straight from out the poop or eating the poop in the shitlins and going into the store and buying them nowadays. That's how you know you're programmed. You know,
Right.
our people are programmed by these people.
Exactly. And we're doing no. That's what we were saying. Excuse me. I'm not trying to cut him off. However, I remember. how we were being criminalized. They think we're criminals.
Oh
It's
yeah.
because we're doing these things because we need things.
Right.
We need certain things
Due to-
that
due
we
to our
don't have,
circumstances.
and they're using. We're taking
Right.
because we need. It's just like if
Right.
we gave an example, I'll give another one. Just I gave a village. We all needed 5 apples to sustain this village to sustain, and the village, something happened in the village where now we all get 3 apples. So now we're going to have to change. Now somebody's going to need from someone else. So it's basically like somebody's going to be taken from someone else. That's pressure. They're putting pressure on us, brothers and sisters. They're doing all these things to make us look like criminals, which would also make us look like a demon, which is what we're trying to explain. That because it shared that because a lot of people say all black people are bad, you know what I'm saying? However, we know that the real true people who are doing the murders, the crimes, honestly, the real deal, honestly, we know the true ones are the demons who are doing those things.
Right,
However,
you got these people
we're
doing it by nature.
By nature,
We doing it by
exactly.
circumstances.
We're doing it because we're needing
Right.
things. We needing to feed our family
doing it
today.
'cause we
We're
lack
going to
the
go rob
knowledge.
this thing because we need this exactly, and
Right.
we lack the knowledge, so we going to go take. So now we look like criminals, which that's
Right.
why they know how many people's going to be put in the jails by the end of the year, because they take certain things away from us that we're going to have to go and steal and take now. And they know these things, so this is why they do that. And they also have their demons.
I'm sure, like they know how to calculate them demons because they know demons gonna go to jail by themselves. So
making us look bad. So that's just they black and they look like us. So that's
Right.
like great.
exactly.
They're
help.
making us look better and worse
Right.
and worse. Exactly. So, like I shared, these people are making us look bad. So, and they're also terrorizing you. They're also making you push a vision that you're not included in. Neither are they. They don't even know that. However,
Right.
they're not included in and you are not included as well, brothers and sisters. They have you pushing masses vision, having you do all these things here in America. Let's make America great again. All these things in America never been great, brothers and sisters. These faces, brothers and sisters. What you know?
Right. These people got us pushing a vision that's totally
Exactly,
against
it's
ourselves.
totally against us,
because
brothers.
Masses,
Going to these jobs,
Right.
working these jobs,
Masses
all
in
these
vision
things.
is to bring in his mechanical world,
Exactly.
which is totally against you. Because when was the last time you was able to purchase a mansion or a nice vehicle like a Maserati or you know what I'm saying, or a Bugatti or whatever these rich people indulge in? When was the last time you was able to buy something so nice, you know what I'm saying, that was worth $1 million? So when these people bring in their mechanical vision, because our biological vision is destroying them, and the only way they can survive is by bringing in a mechanical suit with a biological brain. When are you going to be able to afford that mechanical body? But you can't even afford a mansion in a Bugatti.
Right.
So
So
how
it's
do you
definitely. So
right.
their plan was to take us out of existence.
Exactly.
Basically. To just get rid of us.
You're not gonna
basically.
be able
That's
to
why
afford their
we don't
reality.
Matter. We don't matter. That's what they made it to where exactly we're not gonna be able to do these things. So after that what their plan was. But we know their plan is not going to succeed. And we're about to separate the chaff from the wheat. The sheep, the wolves in sheep clothing.
Right.
We know that you notice that sheep is always acting a little different because he's a wolf up under that.
Right. You keep
He's not
You keep seeing sharp
exactly.
teeth in his mouth.
Right.
He look well.
Just like the story of Red Riding.
He planned it.
What's his
He planned it to a T, but you kind of notice his behavior is
Right.
a little different, and the way he think ain't always exactly like yours, and
Exactly.
it's always controversy. Y'all got so much controversy, or his ways are more contrary to yours, and you like, man, you weird, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But because you was taught that one drip of black blood make you black, you try not to go against your black people. You like, I'm with all my black people. I don't agree with y'all, but we gonna work together. We gonna get y'all together. We gonna try to get y'all on the same page we on. But these
Right.
people don't want to be on the same page you on.
That's why
Okay.
we gotta that's why we gotta separate them. They look like us, but they're not us. So That's why we have to separate them from us so we get the good out of the bad, right?
Right.
Because they're bad and we have the good, which is us, brothers and sisters.
Right.
We mixed in with them.
Exactly.
We look like them, so we're mixed in with them. Now they have to be separated. It's what that
Exactly.
verse meant. To Jesus will come and separate the chaff from the wheat. Which you supposed to say?
I was about to say they doing the same thing Massa did. They living off us. They bloodsuckers. They don't have any ideas either. You know what I'm saying? They improvise and steal everything from us just like Massa, and they go give it to Massa. So Massa can improvise off what we created, and patent it and make millions off of it. Like I said, they were spies. They just as they worse than Massa. You see what I'm saying? Because if Massa's in a critical situation, they'll do anything. They'll spare their own lives for Massa.
They'll help Master before you. Master the
They'll help Massa before they help themselves.
Right.
These people are sick. They're sicker than Massa. They hate you more than Massa hates you. That's what's so dangerous about these people, because you have love for them and you have the utmost respect for these demons, and these demons don't do nothing for you. You be putting all your energy and time into these celebrities and making them famous and giving them more fortune, but they ain't gave you nothing. They ain't put nothing in your communities.
Them and all these things, they haven't done nothing.
These people just be talking. They be talking amongst each other, making sure the rich stay rich and you stay poor. And they want you to have nothing, but they want you to
continue to get the shit and make their goal.
Exactly. They keep
you paying them. You go to work, get the shit, and give it back to them.
These
there
people
you go. Thank you.
These people don't do no more than you. Everybody receives the same amount of energy. Everybody has to shit and piss. Everybody got to get up and drink water and eat food, and you still have to maintain your body and still maintain a living. These people ain't no better than you, but you put them on a pedestal, and you made yourself believe you made yourself believe that they was better than you by believing in they bullshit.
Exactly, brothers and sisters. They're controlling our people. That's why we these demons are controlling, especially these industry demons. Our people don't understand that these people are not for them. Brothers and sisters are not for us. And they list these influencers, all these people watching the NFL, all these things. They're just demon activity, their vision, television.
Exactly.
It's telling their vision, brothers and sisters. Nothing on everything they showing on their television is their vision, brothers.
Right.
Nothing is it about. It's nothing about you.
Nothing
About your covenant.
How they sneaky with it. These demons sneaky with it because they'll start talking about certain subjects and making comedian jokes about certain things that's real. Then they'll make an ass out of it. They'll just make it into a complete joke, and just so you can laugh and like.
Then you have the
and
Christians out there laughing.
He was talking about some real stuff though, but he didn't finish. He didn't go deeper. Why didn't he go all the way in? Why didn't he tell you about the Abrahamic covenant? Why didn't he tell you about the abomination of desolation? Why didn't he tell you that devils and demons are physical people? Why didn't he tell you that Jesus is here in the flesh? Why didn't he tell you? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he tell you that heaven ain't real?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or why didn't he tell you that these devils that we working for we created?
Because they don't know these things.
Exactly. They don't have a clue. They just playing off your
They're
intelligence.
demons, right. They just messing with you just like the pastors are.
Right. They don't have a lick of knowledge.
Nobody knows this shit. Nobody would know.
Right.
But the one who will break the 7 seals.
Exactly.
So anybody else saying anything about scripture, bringing it up, or just making a fool out of themselves because they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
So they're telling you a bunch of lies because scripture clearly shares that only one man.
Right, only one. Yeah, right. Only one person could break the seals, right? Or only I don't think it said that, but
oh, I didn't share.
It said no one in the heavens or the earth.
No one's in the heavens.
Right.
Excuse me.
No one, meaning no one, nobody. Not even the God himself, not even the Almighty God himself could break these seals. That's why I say no one in the heavens or the earth or under the earth.
Exactly.
Meaning no one but him. You know what I'm saying? So that means not 1 million people, not 1,000 pastors and preachers, not, you know what I'm saying, 1 million followers of Jesus Christ. And it said Jesus only had a few followers. So who the hell are all these people that's following?
Everybody is a Jesus.
Man, everybody follows Jesus Christ. So that's an indication that that's false. You know what I'm saying? Because Jesus didn't have many followers.
Exactly.
And many people would not listen to him.
Exactly. It's an indication that their Christianity that they're teaching you is false because everybody is a Christian.
Right. They got millions of followers of Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
And that is not what it said would be. So that's a clear indication. Go ahead.
Excuse me. So yes, brothers and sisters, these demons are out here, these pastors, these preachers, all these people who are teaching you every Sunday, basically lying to you. Brothers and sisters, they're lying to you. They're not telling you anything beneficial. They're not telling you how to get what to do, we're about the last days that we're in right now, brothers and sisters. They're not telling you any information about it. They're not letting you know that there's about to be a war, brothers and sisters, in the Middle East that we're about to be involved in physically. And they're not telling you these things, brothers, because they don't know these things, first of all.
Right.
And because they don't want to tell you, and they're told not to tell you about certain scriptures. Why are they told not to tell you about these certain scriptures when they go to school to get their pastor's degree? Because they're taught to tell you exactly what they're supposed to tell you, or else they'll get their things, their license taken away from them.
And who are they getting their license under? The Caucasian nations? Aren't they getting their education underneath their board or their board of education or whatever the case may be, their higher learning? So why would Master allow them to go against their plan?
Exactly.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
So everybody, all these preachers are using you for your money, brothers and sisters. The clown show. So anybody listening to that crap, you have to be a demon or just fooled, because a Negro
idiot.
bot.
Right.
Because brothers and sisters, that clown show, that you should clearly see that they're just a bunch of clowns in there. Honestly, brothers and sisters, and the pastors are taking your money. They're taking your money.
Why not just
Nobody
pray to God
should
for
just
some
tell
money?
you
They taking your money. They taking your money, your physical money,
for
and
something
selling
that you can do.
Right. They selling you a non-tangible dream. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to heaven, but they want your
Demons.
physical cash.
Demons.
Boy.
Demons. And once these people realize what's the truth, once our people wake up and realize what's actually going on, these pastors are going to be being held accountable for their actions. Trust me. They're about to be getting hung, all type of things, begging for mercy, but they're not going to get it because we don't care. You've been lying to us for years plus, taking from me 24/7 every Sunday. I got to make sure I got a bill for a pastor who's run around Lamborghinis where I got a shitstorm at home.
Right.
They don't care about you, brothers and sisters.
Not at all.
Or the church. They say they build it, and it still look the same from years gone by. What? And they telling you they building the church or whatever the money going to.
Right.
They just full of shit, brothers and sisters. So these are the top demons. So, and the top demon, we know the top demon, which is preaching Sunnism, teaching the world about Sunnism.
Legion himself.
Legion, Farrakhan, brothers and sisters. You can look this up. This man is a demon. His father is a Jew. He didn't even admit that his father is a Jew.
Right. Caucasian
This man is a demon. So why would a demon be the black man of America's salvation? Because we know that a demon is a Caucasian man with a black face, a wolf in sheep clothing. So how would he be the face of the Nation of Islam, brothers and sisters? That doesn't make any sense.
Why would he be the superhero for a black man?
A demon?
If the Caucasian man is against us.
And we are the original man. Master Farah Muhammad came and told us, his messenger, to let us know that we are the creators of the planet.
Right.
To remind us, brothers and sisters, and that these people are devils by nature, and that we created them, brothers and sisters. And they would let these people who we created be the Messiah for the black man, the creators.
Right. Why would he want justice
that
for
make
us?
Any sense?
And he's going to be destroyed.
That make sense.
If he's going to be destroyed, why would he? Man, that is insane.
That's why Farrakhan is about to be kicked out and be embarrassed pretty soon, and to his death, because he deserves every bit of it.
Right.
Because what they say on Sunday's broadcast, do not change the teachings.
Right.
Elijah Muhammad told him, do not change those teachings. Don't change the teachings. And that's exactly what he did. Because why is there, of course, because he's a demon, of course he's going to change some things. But if Elijah Muhammad would have known that knowledge, which he did not know, which he told to preach to the chaff and the wheat, which he did. And Farrakhan, Farrakhan is a demon. So I'm sure if Elijah Muhammad would have known that, that wouldn't have taken place. However, this man did, so because it did take place, he is a demon. And this man did change these teachings because they were against him. Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Brothers, imagine that. You in power of all this, and this big corporation is against you. You're going to change things because it's against you.
Right.
So you're going to make things
and
for you.
These people can't identify that I'm not them.
Exactly. And I look like these people, so I'm about to make these people a fool of themselves and make them praise me. Make them think that I'm it because I came after Elijah Muhammad.
I make them forget that that the devil was the devil.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can make people that believe in you forget anything. You can make them forget that they even went through the Holocaust. That they went through horror and was tormented.
This brother has changed those teachings completely. completely. It should
right.
not be any devils in the audience,
Right.
first of all,
That's a
because that
clear
wasn't
example.
allowed.
Right.
So that's one clear example. What they say, this knowledge is for everyone.
right.
When it's for us, brothers and sisters,
And then they always
it's for everyone.
they be having clear auctions in the on their meetings. They be
Right,
having
taking from
auctions
our
in
people.
the-
They're not building a
in the
nation. What are they
temple or
building?
Whatever they got going on. Right.
Or those people are fending for themselves.
And
Where are they
then-
building? They're not building anything.
Right. Then all the money's in Farrakhan's name, and it's
Right.
not in the nation. The nation is worth $0.
He plan on escaping from you all, brothers and sisters.
Right.
So you better wake up soon.
And then he's just gone.
But I said all of Aaron's followers went down with Aaron.
Right. He had all his followers slaughtered.
Executed, brothers
Exactly.
and sisters.
And the man's just gone.
And he
Where's
admits
at?
that he's Aaron, huh?
Right.
Every Sunday, they always say he's Aaron. Oh, they just. Okay,
Right.
so if you're Aaron, brothers, go watch Exodus. Go read Exodus. What happened to
Right.
Aaron? What took place with Aaron?
Aaron
Brothers,
had
what
people-
took place with Aaron? What happened with Aaron?
He had
They
people
also
acting up.
they keep saying that he is Aaron. Okay, go figure out what happened to Aaron, because clearly, if you're not, you're clearly not going to go figure out what happened with Aaron, because then you will have a question. What
Right.
took place
You
with
say-
Aaron? You would go and ask
say
him
it
these
had-
things because you
you
told
go-
me that this person is this. So it said that all these followers got executed. I
Right.
would like to know what's
Or it said-
what's my fate. What's about to take place with me?
It said
So you
that
should
Aaron
ask,
had him worshiping the golden calf. That's not what Elijah Muhammad told him to do. So what
Exactly.
is the golden calf?
Exactly.
You be trying to ask that.
Sunniism. What is the golden calf that he had him worshiping? What does that mean? What does these things mean? Well, we know what these things mean.
Right.
It means
It's your
Sunniism.
language.
Have
Right.
you all which is changing the teachings, totally against the teachings. What they
Right.
say on Sunday, Elijah Muhammad said, "Do not change the teachings. You are completely against the teachings."
Exactly. Teaching Sunniism and Scientology and not doing exactly what the message.
No
of Torah
mathematics
is.
at all.
Right. No mathematics.
Bunch of spookyism.
Right. You
Just
praying
pray.
to mystery gods.
Just pray. Just pray.
He's
Just
a
pray.
He prayed
Just
for
pray.
us. He pray.
No, we know that things physically take place.
Right.
What are we talking about? Just
gods
pray.
don't pray to other
We don't
gods.
just pray. We
Right.
get things done, brothers. What do you
And
just
the
pray?
Only praying we do is reciting.
Recite,
We
exactly,
don't do
brothers,
any
excuse me.
praying to nobody. We don't get on our
Right.
knees and pray to nobody. Why would the God
It's a solution
pray
to these things, brothers
So-
and sisters. What are you saying? Just pray.
I'm saying right.
There's a way out of this
So
into
if-
the Lamb's Book of
right.
Life, brothers and sisters. It's not just pray.
I'm saying
You
if we the gods, then who the hell are we praying to? So who's that God?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. If we were told we were the gods, then we praying to another God, then who the hell is the God that we praying to? We need to know who that is.
Exactly.
That's-
Chief demon. The main demon who's out here raising up the black nation of Islam.
Right.
A demon, brothers and
He
sisters.
destroyed all.
He's corrupted the
destroyed
nation of Islam with a
all
bunch
the
of
Elijah Muhammad's hard work.
with a bunch of demons. That's why we got to separate the chaff from the wheat. They're about to get separated, brothers and sisters. This is not their establishment is not going to be running for too much longer. It's full of demons. Got to be cleaned out.
Right.
It's full of demons, brothers and sisters. It's full of demons. They probably the whole nation, half the nation, brothers and sisters, they're not even gonna like what we saying at all. That's why they don't. They always on
Right.
our video
But that's
commenting
what-
something.
Right.
Something because they don't like it. It's nothing that
Right.
they can't. They never come back with nothing, but they just don't
Right.
like it. You know what I'm
The
saying?
demons don't like it, but the ones who they don't let speak don't like it either. They like what we're saying, but
They're in
the
defense
demons
mode.
in defense mode, trying to answer the questions that we're exposing, and so they have conflict within their nation. That's why you see every Sunday they on there in defense mode, trying to back up what we're saying.
Exactly.
trying to
That's what's taking place
speak
because
about
this
it.
higher pressure is affecting their lower pressure. So they gotta keep doing this every Sunday. So just expect it, brothers and sisters. Expect it. Come on over here. Because that's what they're getting it from. That's why Ishmael was gone for so long. He was
Boy.
studying, brothers and
He's
sisters. But
studying,
Ishmael, here
and
we
he
go.
was-
Ishmael, he's
and he
what is he?
and
Elijah
he-
Muhammad's son, and
Right.
he is a viper.
And he needed rest from
To
that
his
blow
fullest.
he received. We be tearing him up. Shoot, he needed recovery.
Viper's going to get handled as well. They know the truth. Father was Elijah Muhammad,
Right.
and you chose to go against the truth in your father
That means that
and your people, brothers and
boy,
sisters.
that's gonna be a double scoop for you, man. You are pitiful. You are a pitiful example of an original person. You shouldn't even want to breathe because you should suffocate yourself immediately because what's gonna happen to you is gonna be worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really bad for you, man, because you had a choice to make. I mean, you had original brain. I mean, you got an original skull. You know what I'm saying? You think with right. You supposed to be thinking with righteousness and holiness, and you supposed to be for our people. And you
Exactly.
chose to go against yourself for short games in this world's life. And you know the hereafter had much greater meaning to our people, and you chose to go the other route, which is coming to an end, and you bartering for a demon, a son of a devil. You should, boy, you're sick. I don't know what else to tell you.
Exactly, brothers and sisters. Everybody's about to be dealt with here soon. This is the time of judgment. These people are being judged for what they've done to us for 464 years, and also their demons, brothers and sisters. So expect to see more bloodshed. Expect to see more crime. Expect to see more violence
Right.
in these days because the pressure is increasing. And they're
right.
and they're
Ever
just
increasing.
they're crumbling.
Right. We are.
So
we are. In,
but that's
right.
why we're explaining to you all the pressure decreasing, which is the pressure that you can withstand.
Right.
So
And
you all
you are the direct
have
cause of that pressure.
to make direct it in the right way. Your energy, use
Right.
your energy in the proper way that we're receiving. And right now, our people are using it in the wrong way.
Exactly.
So we're trying to explain to you also who these people who are around you, who are your enemies, to watch who is
Right.
around you, to figure
Because if
to
you-
basically put yourself
Right.
in a position so you all are able to
Right. You can avoid these people.
avoid these
Right. Because
things.
if you can't identify your enemy,
Walk
then
through
you
the
are your
furnace
enemy.
with a shield, using the 5 pillars, brothers and sisters. These
Right.
things, you have a nature that
Right. You got a nature.
are disconnected from, and we have it.
Exactly.
So this is what you all need. You all need this knowledge to understand to understand where we about to go and what's taking place right now.
We trying to help you get equipped for where we're going. It's time to go. And you have to be equipped. You have to be certified. You have to be ready to go. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to be equipped with the knowledge to go. You have to have thorough knowledge of self. You have to be prepared to go home. You have to be able to understand that your reality is mathematics. You have to understand the Injil because the Injil is preparing you for the future. And if you can't handle the Injil, then you can't go to the future.
Exactly. Because your mind is not able to
Right, if you
withstand
can't, right,
this
you can't even
energy, this
comprehend
pressure.
that, and that's going to be the least of your that
Exactly.
right now, the
And
Injil
that's
is the
why
highest pressure in the
right
universe,
now.
but there's going to be pressure much higher than that once we get going.
And that's
so if
why
you
a lot
can't
of our
withstand
people-
that, then you ain't gonna make it.
Exactly. And a lot of our people, that's why a lot of people on our videos a lot, and just negative comments or whatever, just because they just mad.
Right,
They're
and they
just
can't
mad.
handle
They
this
can't,
pressure.
They can't
It's
exactly.
crushing them.
Because it's the truth hurts.
Right.
And it hurting real bad right now with these people. Finding out that they're demons, their mothers is devils.
I mean, and if somebody throwing a rock at you, it's clear evidence that what you're saying must be affecting
their
them.
babies are demons. Their
And it's
children don't
true.
have babies by demons, and they didn't even know. So this is about to
Right.
crush people to a whole nother level. It's going to be disconnection from families, brothers and sisters. This is about to, brothers and sisters, going to be a lot of bloodshed. That's all I got to say.
Right.
And it's going to be a lot of sacrificing.
And it's gonna be
It's gonna be a lot of
separation. It's
taking
going to be a
place.
lot of division. It's going to be a lot of complicated decisions that's going to have to be made instantly because your life's going to be on the line.
Soon as this
And your children
abomination-
might be against you because they demons and you original.
Exactly.
And your husband might be against you because
Because
he
they
a
can't
devil.
return with you.
Yeah, right.
They can't do what you can do. So they about to
And then
pull you down with them.
Right. Then
Because
you got
you're not about
children.
to.
You got children by these
You're not about
devils.
to be here, and I'm about to be here.
Exactly. You got a chance to live, and your daughters might be able to come with you, but your devil sons can't. You know what I'm saying? So you might be able to
Heart
escape with
zone.
your demon children,
You're
your
gonna be in a
demon
heart
women
zone.
children, but you don't want to take all your children. It's gonna be a
Right.
lot of tough decisions you're gonna have to make in your life. Your life depends on it.
Yeah, brothers and sisters. This is about to be a bloodshedding time we're living in because
Right.
it's a great time for us, though. Honestly, if you're original, brothers and
Right.
sisters.
Glorious time for us.
However, a lot of things are about to be revealed, and a lot of people are about to be heartbroken. Millions of hearts are going to fail. Children will be gray-headed during
Right.
this time. This time has never been a time
Millions
like
of
this.
men's
There has
hearts
never been
will
a time
fail
like this,
from
brothers and
fear
sisters. No war is compared
what's
to
to
what's about to
come.
come. No war is compared to what's about to come.
Right.
No one has ever
Nothing
seen what's
in
about to come,
history
brothers and sisters.
has been
They
greater
tell
than
you
this
that-
moment.
They told you that these UFOs were aliens, brothers and sisters. You're about to be
Right.
in for a rude awakening, brothers and
These-
sisters, because
right.
that is not a rude one for you. Because this is actually great for you. This
Right.
is your God, brothers and sisters. Who they tell you your God was? A spook? No. They knew your God was here on earth running stuff just like that he is today
Right.
with their equipment.
Said
All
Allah.
of their nuclear devices. They keep telling us
Right.
it's going to be a nuclear war. It's going to be
Right.
a nuclear war. It's going to be a nuclear war. No, it's not. We know it's not going to be a nuclear
Right.
war
Allah's
because
the
it's
best
not
of
going
planners.
to allow that to take
He gonna
place.
shut that down instantly.
So we know that they're when America goes to help in
Push
our
that
false
button.
Israel,
Right.
they're going to be duds being shot
Right,
because
they gonna
we
shoot
know that
blanks.
Master Farah Muhammad is about to stop that.
He gonna disactivate they nuclear devices.
And they've been speaking about these UFOs like no other
right, and
since
the thing is
these past few years because they've been seeing
the
them.
UFO. It passes their knowledge of physics. It blows their mind. It's mind.
That's your God, brothers and sisters, about to come and attack these people. Master Farah Muhammad.
Man, look, we on the.
They tell you all these things are
Boy.
spook. These things are not spook. These things are physical things. These
Right.
things are physical. We are physical people, brothers and sisters. Your God is a physical man, brothers and
Right.
sisters.
And it's good to be on our side because our side is going. That's the victorious side. That's the side that's going to avail. That's the side that's going to win.
And you have to be in this Lamb's Book of Life, in the Lamb's book, in the Lamb's book,
Right, but you
the
got to know
Lamb's
who the
Book of
lamb
Life.
is
You have
first.
to know who the Lamb is to even get to being delivered with
Right.
Master Farah Muhammad. You have to be in
You
this
have to
book.
know who
You have
know-
to know who this man is. You have to be
have
in
to be
this
on the-
man's book.
Right, you have to be on the ark. You have to know who Noah is and what is the ark. You have to know these things. You know what I'm saying? You have to know all these things. These pastors and preachers ain't giving you nothing.
Nothing.
They selling
They
you fairy
just-
tales and hopes and
They
dreams.
got you. They got you. We on Titanic. The boat is sinking, but you don't know. So they still giving you drinks. They
Right.
got you partying. They got you
and
celebrating. They got you chilling. They got you doing
yip.
all these things, and you
Chasing
don't
the
know.
bag.
You have no idea that this boat is sinking.
And then to a tilt
Until the
and
boat
you start
starts tilting.
flying.
Then you'll realize. That's what we said.
But
We
by
got a
that
little
moment, it's
fire.
too
Got to
late.
touch your fire. Got a little touch them. When the fire
Right.
start touching you, that's when
But
they
at
start
that
twitching.
moment, you gotta be moving at precise. You gotta
Exactly.
make
Now
precise
you're
decisions,
now you're
and
in
you
a
got to be
dangerous
on
position
point.
because now the boat is tilting. Now you could
Every
die at
decision
this
is
moment. Every
life-threatening.
decision you have to
Right.
make.
So you got to make it.
Trying to get off of this boat now,
You gotta
which
be
you
accurate
had
with your
time to get off of
decisions.
this boat before, but you were in La La Land, not realizing that this boat was sinking.
Right.
If you would have realized it before it's in hand, you could have probably made it off that boat.
Right.
You probably wouldn't have been there when it tilted.
You'd have been prepared. You wouldn't have, right. You
You
wouldn't have had
probably
to
wouldn't
flee.
have fell when it
You wouldn't
tilted.
have had to right. You wouldn't have had to flee because if you only fleeing because I mean you didn't believe or you know what I'm saying, or you was late. You wasn't in time. There's no need to flee if you're gone already. You know what I'm saying? These people, they telling you to flee. Get out of here
Exactly. These
immediately.
demons, that's our topic today, demons, brothers and sisters.
Right.
We have to be able to identify these demons. These demons are going to have you, are putting you in, what am I trying to say? Setting you up for failure.
Right.
These demons are setting you up for failure,
Right,
brothers
they
and
got you
sisters.
misusing your
Failure. You're not going to make it into this ark dealing with these demons, brothers
Exactly.
and sisters,
Because
because
they don't want to be on the ark. They
they don't want to even be on this ark, so
It's
definitely
going against their nature.
Exactly. So you're definitely not going to make it on there if you're listening to them. You got a wife next to you, a demon wife. Don't want to get on this ark. Don't want
trying to
to.
get
Don't want
by.
to leave here. Don't want
Right.
to do these things.
This
So
is their paradise.
your children
Why the
don't
hell
want to
they
do.
want to go to ours.
Exactly.
That's their destruction.
Exactly, brothers and sisters. Exactly. So with that, we're going to bring this to a close, and we need our people to understand who you are, and understand that you're going to need full knowledge of self when exiting out of here, this hellhole. And you have to be in this Lamb's Book of Life. So if you have any questions, please contact us, and we'll be back. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.